Everybody's talking about Celebi EX, but nobody's talking about Marshadow. I present to you Vengeful Monke.
What's up, guys? It's me, Mochi. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so I can eat.
A deck which is all gas, no brakes, high octane with the massive early damage and pressure, which puts a Celebi deck on the back foot from the outset. As you can see, this deck runs Promo Mankey. Now, this deck utilizes the Promo Mankey from the Lapras EX event. If you don't have it, you could probably make this work with regular, but I don't think it would really be very good. I apologize. It runs 2 regular Primeapes. It runs 1 Marshadow. This is a very important point. Only 1 Marshadow, 1 Aerodactyl EX, and 2 Amber Fossils to go with Aerodactyl. We run 2 Potions. You can run 1 or 2 X speeds. We run 2 Pokeballs. There's the 2 Old Ambers, 2 Oaks, 2 Sabrinas, 2 Giovannis, and 1 Blue. Now, you can swap out Blue or one of the Giovannis or one of the Sabrinas for a second X speed. They are useful. Everything here is a 1 energy retreat cost, so it's, Leaf isn't really necessary, but 2 X speeds can be quite useful. Now, in terms of the main damage dealer in this deck, it is actually Mankey and Primeape. One reason this counters Celebi so specifically is that Mankey does 30 into Primeape doing 100. Celebi has 130 HP, so that is a kill from 100 to 0 really quickly. If they have a potion or an Erica, of course, that does affect things, but it still gives you a massive amount of damage done early, and you can play around that. Promo Mankey has the ability or the attack Reckless Charge. Reckless Charge does 30 damage and deals 10 damage to Mankey itself. This synergizes extremely well with Primeape because Primeape deals 100 damage if it has any damage on it at all. And of course, Mankey has just damaged itself with 10 HP, so by the time you get Primeape in, you have an 80 HP Primeape dealing 100 damage per turn. So where does Marshadow come in? So the idea is you get your Mankey and Primeape down on field early, doing heavy damage, putting the pressure on. Marshadow comes in on your bench. Marshadow has the attack Revenge. Now, Revenge deals only 40 damage, just like Primeape base. Now, Revenge only deals 40 damage, just like your Primeape base. If a Pokemon of yours has just been killed by the enemy, this does an additional 60 damage, meaning Marshadow also does 100 damage. So across 2 turns, if you've just used Fight Back with your Primeape, dealing 100 damage, Primeape is taken out. In the following turn, you do a further 100 damage, dealing 200 damage across 2 turns. That is enough to one-shot every single Pokemon in the game. So Marshadow's role in this deck is more psychological. As you can imagine, if you've got a Primeape on field, and this is on bench with 1 energy already set up, if not 2, the opponent will be very reluctant to take out your on-field Primeape, because Marshadow is going to come in and deal massive damage immediately. Now, Aerodactyl is in this deck for a few reasons. It complements this quite well, particularly with its ability Primeval Law, which restricts any on-field evolutions. Now, particularly with the Celebi deck, if your opponent gets their Snivy line stuck on field, Primeval Law can force them to retreat to the bench. This can be quite useful, but beyond that, Aerodactyl is really easy to get going. It has 140 HP, which is pretty nice. It deals 80 damage of only 2 energies, and having the 2 fossils gives us a lot of play, a lot of tactic. So a common strategy with the fossils is you can have your fossil on field. If they Sabrina in your fossil and they're not in a position to deal damage, you can put your fossil on the field and discard it for free, which gives you a free switch in. It's also useful in other scenarios. Let's say you're versing a Vulpix and Vulpix uses Tail Whip and you can't attack that next turn. Retreat with an X speed, get Primeape off field, and you can't retreat a second time. But if the Pokemon you swap in is the fossil, you can discard the fossil. You can take Primeape off the field and put it back on in the same turn, and it's no longer affected by Tail Whip and it can attack. But with the explanation out of the way, let's get into some games.
So if anyone's just come in, we're playing a Vengeful Monke deck, including Promo Mankey, Primeape, and Marshadow, plus it has Aerodactyl as well. The idea behind this deck is to do a lot of damage quickly. Obviously, like in any deck, if you get bad draws, you get bad draws. It is what it is. But ideally, you get good draws and you just win the game. All right, we're versing probably a Celebi deck, considering we're fighting a Snivy and a Grass deck. Now, if we can draw Primeape here, that'd be nice, because then it gives us the ability to sweep early, and that's the whole point of this deck. Okay, no early Primeape. We do have another Oak coming, though, so that's okay. All right, that's 30 down. I have also realized from versing some people today that running 2 superiors the ability doesn't stack, so it doesn't give you any real advantage. So weird energy choice. You're gonna switch out, right? You gotta switch out. No? Okay. Oh, well. This is how the deck works. This is how the deck's meant to work. The deck is functioning as intended. We're getting the right draws. The idea is to do damage quickly and fast. Now, the next best thing would be if we draw a Pokeball or Marshadow. All right, so Superior's got 110 HP, so if he evolves this, I can still one-shot it. His best play is to have an X speed and Celebi. He conceded. And that's it, man. You put the pressure on, they can't even get the Celebi going, dude. How can you play Celebi if you can't get your Superior set up? Well, it's like magic. It's like magic, guys. I wish there was like an ability, a way you could just choose to fight a certain deck. Like, I would like priority to fight always Celebis. Just for the sake of making content. Caterpie. I wonder if this is a Caterpie Celebi or this is a generic Caterpie deck. Also, can we fucking stop getting turn 1? I mean, yeah, you can get good cards on singles, but I think 10 packs are just generally better. Because like single packs, you can open like 50 packs in a row and get crap. But if you open 10 packs, I feel like most of the time they're pre-seeded. So if you open 10, like you're more likely to get at least like an EX or an art rare. Whereas singles is just like every single time feels random. I've got some good stuff from singles too. Like I got my Charizard immersive rare from singles. I got my Gengar from singles. I mean, this matchup's kind of good for us that he's starting Caterpie with nothing else though. Alright, so we pretty much get like a free start here, which is nice. So we just go Reckless Charge into Caterpie. He has to put something else down. And fast. We get Primeape up and we start doing 100 damage. The deck functioning as intended. Okay, so he's running a Celebi deck with Caterpie, I think. Well, actually, no. It's actually better if we don't Sabrina here. Just take the Caterpie kill. Then we can Sabrina in the Energied Snivy the following turn if it doesn't come in. Right, this is good. Because now I'm going to... I'm probably still going to Sabrina the second one inning. Really piss this guy off though. They might concede. We'll see what happens. Now we take out his one that's got energy. He's probably like, fuck you, you're an asshole. And I'm like, yes, I am. I mean, I would say this is probably concede territory unless they're like stubborn. Because all we need to win is Giovanni. And if he puts another basic down, we have another Sabrina. The reason you run 2 Sabrinas in this deck as well is just because it gives you like the absolute control over the field. Because we're pumping out 100 damage with Marshadow, 100 damage with Primeape. You want to be controlling the field for sure. Even if he switches out here. Okay. It's fine. GG. GG. Giovanni draw. Saved us a turn. I mean, this was a W either way. Because I would have hit him, switched out. We had Marshadow ready to go. Like, this was a W no matter what. Because we have another Sabrina waiting. And they may be rage quit because we're waiting for opponent to return. Is there a grass symbol? If you see a grass symbol at the moment, it's probably Celebi. If you see Psychic, it's probably Mew. It's kind of that easy. Blaine is pretty popular at the moment too. It's a fire symbol. Blaine is very popular currently because of the prevalence of Celebi. Everyone's trying to play Celebi. So Blaine is a very popular deck. Okay, this is Moltres EX. It could be either Vanilla Charizard, which is also back in vogue because of Celebi, or it could be a Moltres and Volcarona or something different. Either way, we have an interesting starting hand. No Primeape available, so let's see how this goes. It's a Charizard deck. I mean, I think we're going to see Charizard coming back into vogue. I know it was never really out of vogue, but I think it's quite just a good card. Probably one of the harder cards for this deck to really do work against. It's because of the giant HP pool. Alright, this is easy Reckless Charge turn 1. Get some damage down. Pray we draw Primeape. Because if we draw Primeape and Giovanni, we can actually take this Moltres out. Moltres is a kind of weird one for us because it's not an aggressive mon, it's a passive mon. So Marshadow is not going to get to do much while this guy gets to set up his bench. So it's not going to be a super straightforward game. 3 tails. Easy clap. 1. Okay, not too bad. There it is. So one of the reasons we have so few mons in this deck is it gives us a higher chance to draw Primeape. Well, that's a little misleading. Just from the perspective that, I guess, you know, from the perspective that we still have a lot of item cards, that's technically a false statement. Technically a false statement, but it does have some truth. All right, that is fine. So all we'll do here, I mean, I think the best play is just to go for the switch out. I was going to go for the fossil sack, but it's not worth it. Charizard's already down. I mean, this could be pretty bad for us. This is going to be very interesting. We can definitely work our way through this game. We're just going to be smart about it. The Sabrina is going to be a big help to us. Basically, okay, that definitely gives them some Sabrina protection. So we're going to have to be pretty strategic here. 1, 2, 1. Okay. That's still Charizard coming in next turn to do some work. Because Charizard comes in, kills Mankey. We bring Primeape in, do 100 damage. That might be our play. I can't really see a clear pathway forward because it's kind of difficult with that second Moltres EX on the bench. We'll take the 2 points. All we really need is a Sabrina switch, but obviously the issue we're going to have is going to come up very shortly. And he can just slash the Mankey, which I'm aware of, but that's not really the issue here. Okay, so you take you out. We bring Primeape in. Yes, the Crimson Primeape. Now, we definitely probably have to go for the Marshadow, which is going to be a little bit interesting. This is where it's a little bit difficult. Putting the damage into Moltres would be interesting if we Sabrina, but if he X speeds, it actually puts us in a massive disadvantage because he's probably got an X speed. Typically, the Moltres Charizard deck has at least 1 X speed, sometimes 2. Just because there's always a bit of play with needing to get Moltres off field and Charmander off field rather than Moltres on field. So a double potion here would be very detrimental. Waiting for opponent to return. Maybe they only have 1 potion and they've just rage quit. And we have a rage quitter. All right, well, I'll edit that massive trunk out. But this guy is just rage quit. And we win. GG's. You're an asshole for rage quitting, but whatever. There we go. The aggression of this deck works against a lot of different decks, man. It's not just a Celebi deck. It works against Pikachu. It works against Charizard. It's actually a really good deck. I think this is definitely a sleeper. Definitely a sleeper. Fire deck. I mean, okay, this could be a Blaine deck because Blaine deck is kind of on trend at the moment. There are a lot of people whose main focus in this game is to just play the same old boring shit to get wins, and they're just trying to play this so they can beat Celebi decks. But they might also be playing like Volcarona or something. Yeah, they're playing the Blaine deck. I think people are doing this a lot. People are doing this a lot because I think they just want to get their wins against Celebi and they're probably fighting Celebi all the time. I like actually testing different decks. Generally far more fun. What does this thing do again? Plus 30 more damage? Alright. That's interesting. So we're probably going to just start building Marshadow from scratch. Because Marshadow gives us like insta counterplay kills. Building Mankey here is going to be bad. And I think the new Rapidash does a ton of damage too, right? If you get a heads roll on the new Rapidash, it's like a near one-shot against Celebi with a Blaine. Or is it a one-shot with a Blaine? New Rapidash, heads, and Blaine. I'm pretty sure one-shot Celebi. I mean, the old Rapidash was like okay because it was a 1 energy model, but the new Rapidash is way more interesting. I really like Marshadow because Marshadow instantly like can break the momentum that someone has because they're so worried. They're so fucking worried that you're gonna like turn around and clap them. Because I mean, deal 100 damage, which is a lot. I would love to just get a second Mankey draw, or for him to roll Tails here. Rolling Tails here would be very good for me. No, that's fine. Not a big deal. So, I mean, I can potion and go for the Primeape, which might be my best play, because... Or I go double in the Marshadow, get the guaranteed kill. I mean, it's probably safer to sack Mankey here, just to be pragmatic. We sack Mankey, and we get Marshadow in for revenge next turn. It's probably the best play. I'm also going to just potion, just on the potential that he rolls Tails, and it gives me a turn. I don't really want to burn Sabrina for nothing here, but it also could be a play. I mean, for the sake of preservation, I'm going to go for it. Just because I do have 2. And he's got a low HP deck, so I'm not really going to be in a position to have to worry about getting an EX off the field. This is just going to be all low HP one-shottable mons for the most part. Dude, thank you for the follow, but that is actually me. Welcome in. How you doing? Great username. All right. Are you a 2? You're a 1. Honestly, actually, I'm taking the Evo. Because I am already a 1 retreat cost on Primeape. It makes sense. It doesn't actually matter too much. Now it forces their hand. Now this forces their hand a little bit. Yeah, welcome in. Hope you're well. Wait, they're running regular Rapidash? Okay. They're only running regular Rapidash. Interesting. Unexpected. It 2-turns me though. But they're not going for it. Huh. Well, we just keep Marshadow cooking, because that's just going to put him in an awkward spot. I mean, it makes no sense to set up Primeape here, because if I set up Primeape here, he just switches in probably with the next speed. You could also say that it was no risk setting Primeape up though, because Marshadow would have got set up either way the next turn. The kind of things you got to think about sometimes. I could have put that energy in the Primeape. If Primeape died, it's not a big deal because next turn Marshadow still gets the 2 energies and takes the kill. Oh, the spreading? Okay. All right, that's actually nice for me. That's fine, because I'm pretty sure this functions as a Pokemon, so I still get the revenge kill, and my Primeape survives, so that's actually really good for me. For all intents and purposes, that should function as a Pokemon. The downside is, he's going to get the kill on me with Rapidash, but then I get the kill with Primeape the following turn. So this should give me boosted damage. Because you were intended to function as a Pokemon. Well, I don't know if it does. We're about to find out if this tech is a bit wacky. It gives me... Okay, it does. There we go. Excellent. I mean, it is meant to be a Pokemon in all regards, and we've just confirmed it is. That's nice. Alright, so if they switch in and take the kill with Ninetales, we take the kill with Primeape. I think we win the game of chicken. Potentially. I think we should have, like, the checkmate here. I guess the way we would lose would be like Sabrina Geo, but you can't do them in the same turn, so... I think we should have the W. I mean, okay, no, the way that they win is going to be actually getting heads with Tail Whip. If they get heads with Tail Whip, that's how they win. The energy next turn, they tails me, and then we can't do anything. They bring Ninetales in and they kill me. That's how they win this. But we have a win. We have an out if we can draw Aerodactyl, just in case. But their win con is landing the heads with Tail Whip here. If they do that, then they win. Probably. Assuming they have Ninetales in their hand right now. Alright. So we kind of need to draw Aerodactyl here. Alright. This also stops him from evoing into his Ninetales, which means I probably could have technically left Primeape on field, but actually it doesn't make a difference here because we have 1 retreat crossed, so we're kind of covered. So that was nice. Great draw. I mean, statistically, we had a very good chance of drawing it because we only have 6 cards left, so. See, now he's in an awkward spot because I only need 1 point to win. And I kill everything on his team. So he's either got to concede or concede. I do 100 damage. I one-shot his entire deck. That's fine because we switch Aerodactyl out because this only applies to the Pokemon on field. Correct? Doesn't matter. All right, GG's. We just take the kill with Aerodactyl for style points then. Let me take the kill. Just Boring old Pika, dude. Turn 1 as well. Ugh. Turn 1, baby. See, turn 1 pretty much just guarantees we lose this. Turn 1 against Pika is absolutely cooked. With this deck. Obviously other decks can deal with it, but this deck is just gonna straight die here. Yeah, he is. How does one win this game? Alright, I mean, if I know my Pikachu players, this guy's got more basic Pokemon hiding in his hand, and he's just like... He's just being, like, cheeky. What is the game? The game that I'm playing right now? Pokemon TCG Pocket, the new Pokemon trading card app. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this guy's probably got all his basics already, and he's just being a little gremlin. Marshadow does one-hit it with the super effective, but I'm just trying to think about the second Pika in the back, because now we're only doing like 40 a turn, so we do 60. I mean, we still 2-turn it. It is no, I mean, we should be okay. Probably a Zapdos, Hail Mary, Thunder in Hurricane. No, he's not going for it, alright. Yeah, no, we win. His only chance was to go for Thunder in Hurricane on Zapdos, IMO. He had to go for the full Gamba. I mean, if he takes the cure, we win with Aerodactyl, so this is definitely a W. Drawing Sabrina would be very nice, so we can just finish this, not have to worry about fucking stalling this out. We got 2 Sabrinas, 6 cards. We have a 2 in 6 chance of drawing Sabrina. Because if you can get Arrow early enough, he still gives you like the evolution denial. This used to be a Metang stream. I was a big Melmetal fan. Why do people just concede? Just concede. I haven't used Giovanni. So you have to open packs. You have to open packs and randomly get cards jelly, but like when you open packs, you get a resource called pack points, and then you can pick and choose. And thank you so much for watching the video. Do not forget to like the video if you enjoyed this, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for the next one. From myself and from my cute little doggo Mochi. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. You're so cute, man. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.